Is there one that springs to your mind that you went, wow, that was an amazing experience for me to be a part of that with this human? Like just say, for example, when I spin that to myself for a second, I think Rav, who's now one of my great mates, who came because he bought his kids a hoverboard for Christmas. He got on that hoverboard for Christmas. Guess what? Gary, he fell over and he was having shoulder surgery the next day after Christmas. But then he came and he came and saw a physio, and then he came into the gym at Joint Dynamics, such as the nature of the business. And we're still working together, I want to say 8 years later. And maybe 2 years ago, as a 54-year-old man, he did his first chin up in his life. And
Wow.
I say that to a lot of people, and I put it on social media. Not that I do a lot of that, but we put it on social media. And one of my mates in Australia commented and was like, "What's the big deal, bro?" And I was like, "You weren't there. You wouldn't believe how big of a deal that was. It was a really lovely moment that I got to be a part of with this bloke for the first time in his life doing a chin up. It was awesome." Um, or another bloke that was 10 coffees, 10 cokes a day, who got off that, and then he climbed a mountain in Japan, and it was just he sent me a photo from the top. Like these maybe to others there might be seemingly innocuous moments that we get to share that are really quite amazing. It's
Yeah.
really beautiful. Would you share one or two of yours, like from your perspective, how you might have changed someone's because you looked at things differently?
Well, this is going to be easy because I just saw it. As indicated, my I've had the blessing. I still treat patients. I still make mistakes. I still have to have the credibility of failing. I think that's a key when you teach. I think as soon as you go, well, yeah, I'm too busy to see people. I'm too busy not to see people. But my greatest joy is what I just saw in your face. When I see uh, others that have the joy of getting somebody to meet a goal, like you say, hey, he did a pull up, and you guys literally are doing jumping jacks and going nuts because you know what happened prior to that, and you know what environments you had to create in for him to get there, and that was a special moment for him. But if people really want to understand the power of this stuff, is have them rewind and see your face as you describe that. I mean, you're more proud of him, and you basically said to be a part of that is the joy. I think that's the joy that I call it cocaine. The more we know about the human body, the more we can get it to do what it wants to do. And in this case, you knew a lot about the human body and what it took to do, not only get his shoulder better, but to get his movement better. But just saying, most people can't even do a pull up. And after a shoulder injury like that, the chances aren't very good. Would this be kind of fun to be one of your goals? Yeah. And when he reached the goal, I bet the only person's smile that was bigger in that room than his was yours.
Hmm.
And that's where my joy comes from. Where uh, I get to have a small part of creating an environment to facilitate understanding the human body, and therefore my quote unquote students go out and do amazing things like that, and they're so excited about it that I get a big grin on my face and going, whoa. So just because of kind of who I am and what I do, and just that I am the old fart, I get to see a lot of people that quote unquote make a lot of money in their sport. But the people who fly into Adrian have a Learjet and they can fly anywhere they want in the world. So if I fail them, no big deal. But that person who lives next door to me that just tore up their shoulder, that wants to continue to get better, and ultimately just to be able to do a pull up, to see the smile on their face, that's what it's all about. So the joy of working with my neighbors, and the joy of seeing other movement practitioners have joy is good. So I mean, it was kind of fun because as you were asking the question, you were answering the question. It was you showed me. You showed that big smile, and I could see the joy in your heart by helping them. So that's hopefully what I'm that's hopefully what we do at Gray Institute. We enhance your life so you can enhance the lives of others. Um, we believe every patient client should have the best care in the world, and as a result, we believe movement practitioners should have the best education in the world. And that's what we're kind of dedicated towards. We want the movement professional to be the hero. In order that the patient, the client, can be the hero, we'd like to stay in the background. We'd like to. That's not what we really want to do. So there's some amazing Andrew Coxes out there that are just doing incredible things that may or may have something to do with what we did. We don't care. We're just going to put a shit grin on our face and go, man, that's what it's all about.